What's going on, you guys? It's Tulo here. Before we step into this video, make sure you guys hit that sub button. We're close to 3K. I'm going to be going crazy on MLB 21 content, from bouncing from that momentum I had in MLB 20. So make sure you guys hit that sub button. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to play gameplay in the background, and we're just going to be talking about what we can expect for MLB 21 and what I kind of want. I want to stay away from that. I want to see what we can realistically expect given the facts we have. So first of all, gameplay. Gameplay will be different. I can guarantee you that 1,000,000% it'll be different. People say it's the same shit every year. It's a money grab. That's just not true in both senses. Listen, I'm a top player, so I'm always critical of the game more than the average guy. Always. I'm always more critical. I play the game at a high level. It pisses me off, but I'll give them credit where credit's due. The content is amazing compared to Madden and all the other games. That's one. And then two, it's going to be a different game because MLB 19, you look at it, no perfect perfects. It was bad. Going back on that, it's unplayable. No perfect perfects. You can square it up in the middle of the PCI. MLB 20 was a big step forward because you add perfect hitting, right? So it changes the game. So now MLB 21 is not going to be the same game. It's going to be different. Maybe check swings will be gone. Maybe pitching will reward more. Maybe new fielding animations. Like, it's going to be a totally different game. So if that's what you're leaning on, not buying the game because it'll be the same game. No, it'll definitely be a new game. They're always making a new game, so it'll for sure be a new game. Another thing we can expect is create a stadium. I'm almost 100% sure this won't be in DD, it'll be in franchise, but it's really cool for my offline guys to see that create a stadium because that's sick. You chill in franchise, make your own stadium, that's sick. If that touches DD though, that might ruin the scene. I don't care. And you guys can agree with me, that might ruin the scene because you're gonna have fools out here home hunting every game because I mean I don't blame them. I'm not trying to play there either. Like 500-foot fences with like rainbow backdrops. Oh yeah, you guys got all that shit. So I just hope the 1% chance that that will come, it won't come. So let's just hope for the best with that. Third, road to the show is guaranteed. Your road to the show player is guaranteed for the first year to come out of road to the show, so it's playable outside of road to the show. Now, obviously, the first thing we look at there is it going to be a 2K type scenario where we grind it in road to the show and bring it to Diamond Dynasty? That's what I brought up early in the year, and they actually did that, so it's crazy. I guessed, and they did it. Good shit. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself because they might just be bringing it to play now. You never know because they said they're obviously not specifying, so I'm not gonna guess yet. But it's for sure gonna be usable outside of Road to the Show. So whether it's franchise, you can bring them in. Play now online, you can throw them in. But let's just hope that means DD because let's be honest, it's the biggest game mode, and they wouldn't say it otherwise because it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So those are the things that honestly you can guarantee pretty much the creative player, the stadiums, and the gameplay. Those three you can pretty much guarantee. All right, fourth thing that you can basically guarantee. I think we can basically say that we won't have real life MLB teams as jerseys like 2K my team has and Madden has, cause they tweeted out that like you have to um, you have to download your logos back on the vault if you want it for 21. Now, obviously, there is a slight chance that they can still do it, but knowing MLB, that's the least of their concerns. There was actually a few people uh, saying to add those, but I kind of like it. You know, I saw this Madden guy, one of my boys who plays Madden. He came over to DD uh, end of 20, and he loved the jersey customization. Like, he loved it. I think that's one thing we sleep on that's pretty neat about the game, the jersey customization, and how for the most part it's pretty clean. Obviously, there's the weirdos who do that weird shit, but for the most part, this community's sick. Like, I barely see any bad logos, and if there are, it gets reported. So, good shit on that. This community's amazing, obviously. So like I've been known we would have been good on that. So yeah, I think we're good on those jerseys, like the real like Jays, Yankees type jerseys. I like the customization factor, and yeah, I really like that. So last thing we can guarantee is obviously the new pitching interface. Um, the pinpoint pitching I said on a few videos ago. I showed you guys that pitching thing in the trailer. We can basically guarantee that it was in the trailer. But one thing I'm interested in, that's a guarantee. But one thing I'm interested in is what will pure analog be like? Is it kind of gonna step down in the ladder of pitching interfaces? Is pinpoint gonna be the meta? And if you're, it's gonna be meta or die. Will pure analog be like pulse? Like what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Because you know it's funny. People were getting pissed that they don't reward pure analog, but honestly, it's all making sense. If that pinpoint pitching works out, it's supposed to. If that pinpoint pitching works out, it's supposed to. Then I get how pure analog was like, it would reward you sometimes on good input, but there's plenty of times you get good, and it just either higher than it's supposed to be or lower than it's supposed to be. Obviously, it's not ideal because we didn't have a perfect mechanism last year, but we played this every year, so we can't complain. So it's actually interesting how it'll play out. Maybe pure analog wasn't meant to reward all the time because it was too easy, you know what I mean? Couple things to think about. Those are things you can expect and some things we can hope for in MLB The Show 21. Appreciate you guys. We're close to 3K. Make sure you hit that sub button. I'm going to be going crazy, like I said, with the giveaways, all that stuff. So make sure you guys are ready. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.